What's up, folks? It's your buddy Fatalroadie. Tonight we're going to be doing a Raw recap. We have Roman Reigns coming out to a boovation. Then we have a recap of Hell in a Cell. Roman Reigns then challenges Brock Lesnar to come out, but Braun Strowman shows up. Strowman says that Brock Lesnar is the only reason that Roman Reigns is still champion, and says that if anybody gets their hands on Brock Lesnar, it'll be him. Then Baron Corbin comes out, tells both of them to calm down, then shills a pay-per-view at Saudi Arabia, where there'll be a triple threat match of Brock Lesnar, Braun Strowman, and Roman Reigns for the Universal Championship. Braun Strowman says that sucks, Roman Reigns sucks, Baron Corbin sucks, and everybody in the arena sucks. He gets pissed off and walks out. Paul Heyman then comes out, runs his mouth, says that Brock Lesnar was the longest reigning Universal Champion, runs his mouth some more, and then Braun Strowman chases him down into the backstage area. Then Baron Corbin says that Roman Reigns will be defending his title tonight against himself, which will be the main event. We then go to our first match, Drew McIntyre versus Dean Ambrose. This is a pretty good match. We were seeing a different moveset from Dean Ambrose. Like I said, I kind of like this Ambrose better than the lunatic one prior to his injury. It had a pretty decent run time. Drew McIntyre lands the Claymore kick on Dean Ambrose for the win. Then we have our next match, Chad Gable versus Victor. Really? Dude. Third week in a row with this type of combination. Chad Gable won with the German suplex pin. Probably next week we'll have Bobby Roode versus Connor. Then we have the Undertaker coming out and says that delusion will be Triple H's downfall and that he will put him 6 feet under. Game over. He talks about how Triple H will have Shawn Michaels in his corner. Well, at the Super Showdown, the Undertaker will have Kane in his corner. And with that, he says that Triple H will rest in peace. We then have Bayley versus Dana Brooke. This is an match. It kind of felt a little bit like filler. Bayley wins after a belly to belly. And then we have the Authors of Pain versus a bunch of jobbers. Do I really have to say it? This was a squash match. AOP won it. Then we have Dolph Ziggler versus Seth Rollins for the Intercontinental title. This is a good match. There was a lot of action between Ziggler and Rollins. Seth Rollins got the stomp on Ziggler for the pin to retain his title. And then we have Ronda Rousey coming out. She congratulates Alexa Bliss on their match last night and says that she wants to be like Bret Hart, Stone Cold Steve Austin, and Ric Flair, and then issues an open challenge. Natalia's music hits, surprisingly. She doesn't come out for a few moments. Then she's dragged out by the Riot Squad. They start walking down the ramp, and Ruby Riott says that she's going to be accepting the open challenge. A fight breaks out between Ronda Rousey and the Riot Squad. Then the Bella Twins come out for a save. They beat down everybody in the Riot Squad. This part here kind of felt like a little bit more filler as well. And of course, we can't have filler and waste of time without saying Elias was in the ring. As usual, he's running his mouth, running down Bobby Lashley, running down Dallas. And then Lio Rush comes out, and both Rush and Elias mouth off towards each other. Lio Rush then introduces Bobby Lashley, which comes to our next match. Bobby Lashley versus Elias with Lio Rush at commentary. This is an alright match. It really didn't go anywhere. Kevin Owens came out, chased down Lio Rush down the ramp. There was a scuffle between Lio Rush, Elias, and Kevin Owens. Lio Rush ended up kicking Elias, causing a disqualification. Kevin Owens tried to powerbomb Rush on the apron. Bobby Lashley picked him up and pulled him back into the ring, and then threw Rush on top of Owens and Elias. I really don't know what to make out of Lio Rush. To me, he sounds kind of annoying, almost like Kevin Hart. Sorry, I think he's annoying as well, but I'm going to keep an open mind on it, give him a little room, and see what comes out. We then have Mickie James and Alicia Fox versus Ember Moon and the returning Nia Jax. This is an okay match. Fox and James work over Ember Moon for a good portion of the match, and then Nia Jax tags in, and she starts ripping through everybody else. She gives a Samoa drop to Alicia Fox for the pin. Like I said, it was an okay match. It was good to see Nia Jax back. I think the story was going that she was out for an injury, but I'm not exactly sure. We then come to our main event, Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns for the Universal title. This was a decent match. There was a bit of back and forth. Baron Corbin hit Roman Reigns with a chair, getting the disqualification. And then like the last match that he had with Finn Balor, he tells him to restart the match as a no DQ match. Shortly after this happens, Braun Strowman comes out. He beats up Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns gets the better of Strowman. Then Ziggler and McIntyre come out. They go to help Strowman. Then Ambrose and Rollins come out. They beat up Ziggler and McIntyre. Baron Corbin ends up eating a spear from Roman Reigns for the pin, and he retains the Universal title. This is an alright Raw. Match-wise, it started off pretty good, but towards the end, ended up being way too much filler, which I think is the problem with Raw being 3 hours. We really don't have that same problem with SmackDown. But that being said, hopefully SmackDown will be a little bit better than Raw. But that'll do it for this episode of Raw Recap. I'll be back tomorrow for the SmackDown review. Leave a comment down below what you thought of tonight's Raw, what you thought of this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to share and subscribe. I've been Fatalroadie. You've been awesome. Thank you very much for watching. And remember, if it's too loud, you're too old. See ya.